Hi. Hi, it's me. Welcome back. I think it's backwards, but I did my best. So if you didn't notice, this is Initiates of the Flame by Manly P. Hall. It's not very big, but I just got it. I know it's been a long time. I didn't really know what to say, but I figured that I should come back and say something and let you know how I'm doing and how things have changed in a short amount of time. Compared to the progress that I've made over the years, which, I really think that it went the way that it was exactly meant to, and, the process just took a while. I had something happen this morning as I woke up, and ever since September, it's really, things have really progressed and changed for the better. First of all, I woke up one day in September, and I had been feeling, before this had happened, I had been feeling a really healthy, healing, helpful energy coming through, and it was very strong, almost like a hand reaching through and pulling me out of the mess that I was in. I was praying for a long time for help. I didn't know where it would come from, but I really needed it. And it was an energy that I had never felt before, ever. And I was very aware that it was coming from not just somewhere, but someone. It was an energy like I'd never felt before. And like I said, very healthy, pure, and like it was almost like a plant being watered. That's what I just saw. I've been having a lot of visions lately. And what I'm about to tell you now is clairaudience. I skipped a little bit to get to this part, but we'll go over the other stuff. Because when I started this channel, if you are new here, forgive me, it's always been like this. But when I first began, I started saying that when I go to sleep at night, although I don't remember it all the time, I am aware when I wake up that I've gone someplace during the night. It's almost like another job that I have that I'm not aware of. And I go somewhere, and sometimes I wake up and I'm like, whew, I was really busy that last night, but I'm not exhausted and I feel really good. I had mentioned this to people before, like, oh, I'm waking up and I feel like I ran a marathon or whatever. And they're like, oh, you're gonna have a heart attack. Go get your heart checked. Blah. And so I did, and I'm absolutely 100% healthy. There's nothing wrong with my heart. I did 2 stress tests where the doctor, like, I was so upset. The doctor, like, cut me off, like, hey, well, I was on the phone, because he knew, like, I was in a panic. He knew. And he goes, listen to me. He goes, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you did really, people aren't supposed to do well on this test if they're ill. He's like, you did really well. And I was like I'm fit for space well, and like an astronaut. And he's like, okay, forget about the space and just go with it for now. And he's like, well, no, not that good. But at least, I am very physically fit and healthy. So, it wasn't that. And then people were saying, oh, alien abduction and things like that. And I knew it wasn't that. I had no intuitive feeling, no feeling whatsoever. In fact, I had a gut feeling that it wasn't that I wasn't being taken by anyone, anywhere. that it was something that I was willingly doing. I wrote my book to write down all of these astral spirit dreams that felt so real. Some of them were repeating. That's why I wrote that book. I'm really glad that I did that. Unfortunately, I took it down to make some revisions, and it's just not ready yet. I haven't been able to finish because my spiritual progress and my ascension in consciousness. That's what soul school is, consciousness ascension. Right. So now I need this. Oh, I didn't finish what I was going to tell you. So this morning, I'm really sorry. This morning, I woke up, and as I was becoming conscious, just what happened woke me up more. Oh, it's 5:55. I just seen 5:55 on my time. So I was waking up, and I heard somebody that I know whisper in my ear my name 3 times. I heard it 3 times. They said it. And I woke, and I thought someone had called my name. So I look around, and I'm like, hold on. There's nobody here, but I heard my name. They whispered it. It was like he was right here next to my ear, whispering it, my name, 3 times. And I woke up, and I got out of bed. I went to go get my cell phone that I use as an alarm clock. I realized it's dead. Why would I need an alarm clock? So I was going to get up at 5:30, and it was 5:28 when I was woken. My phone was dead. It wouldn't have woke me up. I was woken up by someone in the spirit realm. They woke me. The reason why is because I would have been late for work. Yeah. I have a full-time job now. I work 5 days a week. I'm on split shift, so I go back to work at 1:30. It's 12:25 right now. I've been working since mid-October. And when I started talking about September and I started feeling that energy, one day in September I just woke up and I was like, I need to get a job. I'm gonna get a job. And then I did. You know? I went for some employment training and different things like that, how to do an interview and blah blah blah. There's some free services down at the YMCA Employment Center here in my town. So I took advantage of that. And I really wasn't sure what was going to come my way, but I knew that a position that was good for me, I would find. So there wasn't much luck in the beginning. And I'm going to erase the welcome back because I need this. I bought a whiteboard a couple months ago to be able to come back to this channel, but I just, never did. It's not personal though. It's not like I forgot about everybody. I didn't, and I've been praying for you all, and I'm going to try to do my best with this, but if I don't finish, because I can't make this super long, then I'll just continue and make a part 2, okay? But yeah, in September I just woke up, and I got this job. Right. So then, I had a friend many, many years ago, before any of my ascension stuff really started. When I first moved here, I was friends with her, and we actually live in the same apartment building, but we just never run into each other. It's weird. I just never see her. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just started seeing her all the time. We just kept running into each other. We would run into each other downtown. And we started talking, and I told her that I was looking for work. And she mentioned that her job, right, there's another company that's hiring employees. And I looked online, but there wasn't anything. And she kept suggesting that I call them. She said, call them. And I'm not going to tell you a lot about my job and what I do, but I will say that I work with children with special needs and disabilities, okay? And I didn't know that I was going to be good at this job. My friend, Ashley, was the one, I'm like, girl, are you crazy? And she's, you know, she was like, no, you'd be excellent at this job. And you know what? I really am. Like, I'm told by other employees and like HR, you know, like people in the office, that I'm fantastic. And so I'm kind of surprised, you know, like it's natural for me. I'm really, really good with kids. Um, they have a natural liking to me because of my empathic ability and just my ability to project energy, you know, so I'm able to calm children down and give them comfort and make them feel safe and stuff like that. So, you know, it surprised me too because I didn't really know what was going to be for me, but I definitely found something that I love and enjoy and that I feel very fulfilled and it's very rewarding. You know, sometimes it can be very challenging because I will tell you that I actually made a Christmas song about it. I was laughing the other day, and you know, a partridge on a pear tree, it would go, and a child farted on my right knee. Yeah, yeah. My first week, a child farted on my right knee purposely, like having fun and like, you know what I mean? And that's pretty good. I got whopped in the gut 3 times, punched over the head. This was my Christmas song, and then it would end off with a fart on my right knee. Um, what else happened? Oh, sumo wrestled into the aisle. Yeah, and I catch them eating their boogers all the time. So that's always fantastic. Like, you want a tissue? No. Okay. Ooh. I just look away. I look away. I'm like, oh, you know? But anyway, um, you know, and it's really helped me. It really has. It's uplifting for my soul. You know, of course, I want children myself, but I haven't had that, you know? Um, and that's also a great comfort to me. I will admit sometimes it does make me a little bit sad because I wish I had my own baby. Um, but, you know, that's okay because this is wonderful and I'm very grateful and thankful for it. I was not expecting this at all, and it keeps getting better. I had to write down um, some of the stuff, and I can't be fully like tell you everything because it's just not time yet. There's some stuff that I really have to keep to myself, but I mean, like, there is danger um, in revealing where you are in soul school and stuff like that. You will be targeted by these dark occult cult groups, these, you know, these people that want to be on top. Now, that's something that I'll say before, now that we're on that, because of this is a very important book. If you can get this book, Initiates of the Flame, if you're ready for it, then it'll be for you. It's very important. And it may not make sense. I really encourage your studying. I tried to give people everything I could on my Telegram channel. Unfortunately, what happened is that I logged out and I can't log back in. And everyone's told me how, I know. But I used my landline phone number like 3 years ago, and now they don't accept that anymore. So I can't get the confirmation text to re-log in. So we don't really know what to do about that. But I tried to put all the information that I've ever learned from so that you didn't have to go and spend money. I mean, I think this was $7. Like $6.58 or something like that. They were not expensive. I just bought like 6 new books. And then I bought 2, 3 before that. So yeah. I'm done now though. Done. Not gonna get any more. Because I'm really trying to save money. And I have been, like, I fixed my financial situation very quickly and easily. Like, I'm paid well and you know, it's not difficult for me to save money now. But yeah, so we're still dealing with this, okay? And this is it's all about the Holy Grail in number 3, okay? I probably should have grabbed my book to help me. But we have the Black Grail, which is, if you can see that, there's a money symbol there. So I really, really want you to pay attention to that, because that's important. We're not supposed to be chasing money and prosperity, especially prosperity at the other's expense, right? At others' expense, whether it's of the pocket, mind, body, or soul. It's not right, okay? That's the Black Grail. Selfishness, shortcuts, mastered by appetite and comfort. We're not supposed to be comfortable like that. Not here. Earth school is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy, and your graduation is earned. So the White Grail is service, self-sacrifice, purification. When I read that, I know what that means. And it is a huge process. That twin flame thing, that flame, burned away so much that was unnecessary inside of me. Okay? It burned away all that was unnecessary. I'm waiting for a delivery. And it really was a great, powerful lesson in unconditional love. It was. But the flame part of it is that it literally burns away all things that hold you back from your consciousness ascension. And I was headed to, and I descended before. Now I'm going to show you with this, okay? I saw this symbol a while ago. I planned on doing this, but we're doing it now. Oh my god, that is not the right shape. Where's my tissue? I screwed up. Hold on. Okay. Well, it isn't even. But you know this symbol, right? The infinity symbol? Uh-huh. Okay. Now the heart of the matter, which is source, is here. Yes? Good. So when we leave source, we go up, we go down, we go back to source. We go up, we go down, we go back to source. Yes? Up, down, back to source. Up, down, back to source. Infinitely. Yes? Good. This is good. This is ascension, yeah? To go up, descension, to down, yeah? Okay. Good. That is what happens to us. And this is within all realms, okay? Not just the Earth School, but all the other places. Now, this is why a lot of these extraterrestrial groups and people channeling through them will say, oh, they were just like us. Or they used to live here like us at one time. And I'm sure that they did. And then they moved out to the outer rings, to other planes and ways of existence where they have different jobs. Like how I refer to the people in the blue suits as the outer space police. But they're, a lot of this has to do with Vedic cosmology, okay? I'm not really sure if I should say the things that just came to my thought process. I do realize that I think that a lot of people don't know how to break it to people that you've been this deceived. And it's easier to deceive, in a way, I guess, by telling people some truth, by presenting it as something to teach, yes? But it's a reflection of the outer from the inner. It all has to do with inner planes, outer planes, yes? And what is on the inner plane for certain people in their reality, like for existence, or for example, Elena Danaan is Star Trek. That's what it is for her. It's going to be whatever you believe it is, okay? So your inner planes will reflect your reality on your outer planes, yes, which is outside of you. But really, the same knowledge and information is passed down in different ways. You will realize by the certain individuals that are mentioned in this book that they were all creators. They knew that they had to teach people in a certain way, and they did their best. Okay? Yeah. This is why Elena Danaan says she knows of Jesus Christ, but she doesn't know him. I'm so sorry. She should have just told you the truth. She should have told you about the sacred fluid that rises up and down the spine. I wrote about it in my book. My book was written by my future self, P.S., the higher self. I channeled it, a lot of it through source, but I've had 2 encounters with my future self now. The last one wasn't that long ago. And I realized that I can tell you all about my inner planes to teach you about how it reflects on the outside, but I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you that it's anything than what it is 100%. I remember I had someone thank me for being real on this channel, and I bawled my eyes out with joy when I read it, because I didn't even think that anybody would even fucking notice. So, this isn't easy, and I realize it's probably not easy for other people. You know, that the gravity of it, the largeness of it, but all you have to do is destroy their foundation, and the rest of it crumbles. So, after the progression of events, because I seriously learned how to astral travel, it was on October 31st. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize just how simple it is. You think it's complicated, but I've been doing it my whole life. And I didn't know, and I've been using the Mystics Gateway. I did not know. There were things that I could do when I was small, and I still can do them, but they came much, much more naturally. It was almost like I would feel I was on a swing, swinging back and forth. Almost like you would put a baby in a bassinet and swing it. I was just laying there, and I'd be like, in this peaceful feeling of being swung back and forth, like rocked, like a baby. And it was almost like I would sometimes think of it like I'm swinging between awake and asleep, subconscious and conscious, between 2 worlds, basically. And then all of a sudden, it would be like somebody hit my swing, and I would start to spin. But it wasn't a dizziness, it wasn't a vertigo, it was very calming. My body started to feel energized and light, and then I out, because I was using the Mystics Gateway. And the only reason... Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay. After this thing happened, where I astral traveled, and P.S., wear clothes to bed. Shave your fucking legs, because you go exactly how you look. Unless you learn how to change your appearance, which some people can do, Elena, you're gonna go. And I went naked. And you guys, part of my news story, I refer to myself as the naked traveler, because I have been naked so many times, and I show up to fight. I am stark naked, and they're like, you know, I think it was just a process, and now everybody's used to it, because when I astral traveled for the first time, on October 31st, and there was a couple events, like, at first I didn't know who I was hanging out with. I just knew, like, that I had the most amazing time the night before, and I was with my friends, and we had the best time, and we laughed and laughed and laughed and had so much fun. And then I woke up, and this feeling just stayed with me, and I just had this positivity, and it was incredible. But on October 31st, it was so funny because I really didn't realize. I was so excited to see who I was seeing. I was like, oh my God, hi! You know, like I was so excited. And then it was days later because people were laughing. But they weren't laughing in a mean way to like make fun of me or, you know, to make me feel bad about myself or teasing me and that kind of, sorry, I'm hungry. That's another thing. My eating went for a few days, and then today my clairaudience and my clairvoyance has been unbelievable lately. And I realized just this morning that I'm at level 3. Level 3 going on to level 4. In Soul School. So grade 3. Which seems low, but it's not. Okay? It's not. Most people are on level 0. Level 0. I tried to tell you guys about that. About how I found Soul School and recognized it through Theosophy. Which is... where are you? There you are. I think it has to do with this lady here, who's also an astral traveler, and goes into the spirit body where she visited Shambhala. Okay? I haven't read this book yet, but now I have her book. Elena Blavansky. And these are people that some people like hate. You know, they think they're like demon worshippers or whatever, but I don't know about that. I don't think so. I really don't. There is that stuff going on. Oh, you can find an asshole wherever you fucking go. There's some selfish person that's of the black rail wherever you go. But there are good people, like this woman here. Okay? This woman, her name is Marlene, but it has like a little thing on the E at the end, so I think it's Marlene. Marie Druhan. Okay? She wrote this book. I couldn't find anything else from her. Nothing. She's not famous. There's nothing. Okay? She's not a YouTube star. There's nothing. It's called Naked Soul, Astral Travel, and Cosmic Relationships. I told you I would figure it out. That's what Druhan is to Elena. Yeah. And you know, half those people that are out there in them spaceships, they're with their kingdom spouse. They're with their divine counterpart. That's why people have seen them, and they'll even say that the people look alike. That's because they're like counterparts. They were made for each other. They're kingdom spouses. They're two people, two halves of a whole. They're the masculine, the feminine. They're the divine mother and the divine father together. That's what it is. It reflects out there. And like, I knew that things were progressing and changing drastically. I even said in my book that I know that this is going to evolve. And it has, in a big way. It can't go too quickly, though. Like, I'm really glad. I'm really sorry about eating. But I'm really glad that it's happened the way that it's happened. What other books did I get? Oh, I got a book on reality manipulation. Yeah. Oh, should we talk about that? Yes, we should. So, this is shit. Don't get it. But there is one thing. I mean, I read it in like half an hour. Where is it? Oh, it's almost at the end. Ah, here it is. Our reality is not objective. No two humans ever observe the same thing the same way. This is true. There is a simple experiment that can prove this. Cut an apple in half and position it in a flat plane. Okay, so you've got one half of the apple on top of a piece of wood. Okay? Piece of wood or whatever. Hold the full half of the apple up to somebody. Like this. I mean, let me just go get an apple. Hold on. Right. So I've got a knife. It's a huge knife, though. It's the only one I had. We're going to cut the apple in half, okay? Okay. So I've cut the apple in half. One half is down, right? But you don't know that I've cut the apple. You don't know. Because you didn't see me do it just then. Just pretend. What's this? You'd say, an apple. But it's not, hun. It's half an apple. You see? Can you tell that this is a whole apple? You can't tell it's only half an apple. This is an apple. But it's only half, but you can't see that. And you don't see the other half because you didn't fucking see me cut it. That's what they're doing to you. I do understand, because look, I bought Elena Danaan's book. Okay, here it is. All right, I have bookmarks in there. You see what I'm saying? Like I loved her, but I knew something was wrong. And yeah, I guess it helped me open my perspective a bit. But it's still a fucking lie. No matter how much you pretty it up. These people made me feel bad, like I was doing something wrong. Why aren't I getting picked up in the spaceships? And I know it's happened to other people. They bank upon your desperation to get out of here. But you don't get out until you die. I really don't think so. I mean, that part I'm not clear on. But that's what they're doing. They know that people want to get out. But the whole soul school thing, this is my book, right? Please don't buy it yet. Please don't. Because it's not going to be what you want it to be anyway, and there's a shit ton of spelling mistakes. I mean, I've tried to fix it a bunch of times, but right, so level 3. Level 3, the transfiguration. An individual, this is me, an individual who is at level 3, level of the 3rd initiation. This is called the stages of initiation, what it's really called, yeah? Who is at the level of 3rd initiation has acquired fully developed clairvoyance and clairaudience. It hit me like, it's a little uncomfortable because, you know, it's controllable. But this morning when I heard that, I've never heard anything more clear. And I knew today was the day I needed to return on the 8th, which is also the infinity symbol, yeah? That's been a big thing for me today. 88888 everywhere. 888. It's crazy. But cool. According to this, there are somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 people at this level of initiation. 3rd initiation is referred to anagami. In Buddhist tradition, it means cannot come back. You don't come back here after level 3. Because level 4 is the crucifixion stage. An individual reaching the 4th initiation is known as the perfected one, or the arhat, Pali, or I cannot say that's a Sanskrit word, Paramahamsa. Hope I got that. At this level, it is believed in Buddhism one has the ability to remember all of one's past lives. Yep. And that's why I remember so much of the ones that I do now. The only one I had. one's past lives has various minor gifts capable of affecting one's immediate environment. So that means like instant manifestation. Like if I want an apple again, I just have to manifest it. I don't need to go and get the apple. Or if I'm thirsty, I can just manifest my tea right in my hand and I don't need to do anything. I don't need to make the tea. I've just created it. Yeah? Those are types of something like Jesus, how he could turn water into wine. Something like that. Symbolically, the fourth initiation is denoted as crucifixion initiation. An arhat is supposed to be one who does not need to be incarnated again to develop spiritually. That's the point. So the third initiation, really, that's why they're all about the number 3, and it has to do with the mental, the emotional, and a physical vessel. Because you are connecting, this is why Asura said to me, calm mind, calm spirit, calm mind, calm spirit, calm mind, calm spirit. Because you are linking the 4th and the 5th dimension, which is your heart and mind, together. So, it says there are 450 people at this level. This is very important. To kill and conquer all your enemies, including the ones within. You really need to get out. Once I got out of we need to destroy them in order for it to be this way. We need to take care of the elites and get rid of them in order for it to be better. No, make it better now. I don't even think about them. I have no idea what's going on, and I don't care. And there's a great power in that of just not giving a fuck. And it's not that I don't actually care, I was caring way too much and putting all my energy into the wrong places. And this is why I need to be so protective about my energy now, so the comments are not going to be on. And I apologize. I love you, and I thank you. But let's just let it be. So yeah, you got to get out of that. Just focus on the fight within. Once you figure that one, the rest of it disappears on the outside anyway. It's so messed up that, like, I thought they might even made up the part about how they're torturing kids and stuff. Made it up. Just to cause us more mental and emotional confliction. You're really not supposed to find this easy. This is supposed to be hard. Most people, you gotta realize, in the stages of initiation, that the vast majority of ordinary humanity lies on the probationary path, below the first initiation. The first initiation, one gains full control of your physical body. The I am presence, yeah? It's a very, it's almost like it says birth into the spiritual life, which is really what it is, your first initiation. And it just goes on from there. The second initiation is your baptism. The third is your transfiguration, which is how, the 3 into 1, combining, that's your Holy Grail, right? There's also something important about this. You can, I learned this from Ken at Theoria Apophasis. What the hell ever that is. Well, you get a normal name, Ken. Anyway, so it's this. A triangle, yes? 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Right? Now, there's a whole lot about this with the magic triangle, but I'll tell you something. It would be H-O-H, right? Because it would be H2O. It's also water, which is the formula for life. Yeah? H2O. HHO. So 2 hydrogen elements and an oxygen, which makes H2O, which is water and life. Good. What else? Oh, last thing, I guess. Oh, this book here probably answered every question I had. Everything. If you can get this one, I would suggest this one. If you want to figure out what's going on, what all these people are doing, and how they're getting on spaceships and blah, 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 this is why Corey Good felt the need that he could just sue the shit out of everybody for his creation. Because he literally did create it. It comes from his inner planes. It doesn't mean it's the reality. It is a reality. You're welcome to join it if you wish, but I don't suggest so. Create your own. That's why, in the back of this book, my higher self tells you, travel well, fellow soul, and create yourself with great care. I don't normally talk like this. That's because it's my future self. She's fucking cool. And I'm a superhero, just like I thought. I mean, not how you envision it, like Supergirl or Superman or whatever, but it's a little different. As the great wheel turns, we all return to our source one day. I don't fucking talk like that. That is my spiritual self. That's my higher self. And I realized that there's a lot of stuff that comes through from source in here that I had no idea what was going on. Like, I remember I channeled 7 going up and 7 going down. I didn't even know what that means. But that has to do with the dimensional planes. And I found out where the Asuras come from. It is the top level of the lower plane. So it's literally the in-between from the lower realms and the higher realms. They are right smack in the middle, and they keep what's down there down, and they don't let what's up here down in. Yes? So that's their job. They're right in the middle. It says this in this book. It answered every question. It even let me know about that spinning thing, and I didn't know that was relevant until I read it in here. And there was so much. It teaches you ways to astral travel. It teaches you about different entities you're going to meet when you're in this 4th dimension, in the spirit realm, which is the astral realm. Thought forms. Yeah, remember I told you about how I saw source and how everything's connected. There's a picture of it in here in my book, and the silver cords that connect to all things. So you learn about that in that book. Here it is. There it is there. And I'm on a lotus flower. Okay, I'm naked and I'm on a lotus. I just channeled this drawing. I didn't know what it was at first. So I'm on a lotus flower, and the silver and the golden cords are connected to me. And that's a light source. And if you can't see that, that's like a shower of water. Watered like a plant. Isn't that funny? I see that quite often. So those are my visions and stuff. But, yeah, so the silver cord. What else? Oh, it talks about time travel. It talks about how you can get to transitional planes, like to deceased loved ones, lower planes, higher planes, traveling within the astral parallel of the universe, the consciousness projection technique of remote viewing. There's different ways of conscious projection, your consciousness projection. The solar plexus. So, I mean, like, this is where appearance on level 58, page 58, is when I realized why I have hairy legs in my dream. I've really been making an effort to take better care of myself and, like, not go in looking like that. Everybody was laughing at me, especially my favorite person. And I was so excited to meet everybody. And I couldn't figure out why they were all chuckling. Right? I was so happy. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy. And I'm friggin' naked. So, yeah. We've almost gone for 45 minutes. I didn't even realize that. But it's 1 o'clock. I have to get ready to go back to work. But I only got, I'm halfway through. I didn't even get to the cosmic relationships part. So, like, look, I might be a little bit salty for people deceiving me. Because you told me this was a whole apple, bitch. It was only half. have to let it go, though. Because maybe it was for a reason. Anyway. Might as well eat it. Oh. Last but not least. Well, actually, yeah, this is... Well, no. Here, I'll show you. I got, reality manipulation. The pineal gland eye of God. Manly P. Hall. Although, this is funny. I'm like, whoa! It's huge! It's not supposed to be that big. Well, it gets here. And it's got, it's literally got the beginning of the pineal gland book. Yeah, it's fully illustrated. This is actually, what if you really want the whole thing, it's Man, the Grand Symbol of the Mysteries by Manly P. Hall. This is just a portion of it. I'm actually going to send it, well, I'm trying to try to keep this because it's hilarious. Hold on. So it's got, like, you know, it's got some pretty cool stuff. And then 600 pages of 1001 greatest sausage recipes. Yeah, real funny, universe. Real funny. I laughed so hard. It's literally, that is all sausage. I didn't even know there was that many recipes for sausage. Look. And seriously, it's a misprint because the rest of my book's here. What is this? You can even tell it's screwed up because it, like, transferred some of the writing and it's not right. So I got a sausage recipe book. Didn't mean to. I got the Smoky God, a voyage journey. Why would you put voyage and journey? That's the same fucking word. Alright. To the Inner Earth. Willis George Emerson. Okay, I got this one. They're all very cheap. This is maybe like $9. I think it was. Oh yeah, so I showed you the Land of the Gods. I showed you the Initiates of the Flame. If you don't have this one, I would suggest you get the Secret Teachings of the Ages. Don't worry about Manly P. Hall. Think of it as a middle ground, not good nor bad, just helpful. Okay? It all depends upon the user of this information. It doesn't mean that the information's evil, but sometimes the people that use it are going to use it for their own expense so they can be above everybody else and have nice shit and act like you're something you're not, like you're better than other people, then you're not, right? Everybody's always going to use that. This is quite significant as well. This is our plane of existence, yeah? This is the mountain to the gods. Sometimes known as, I'm drawing a blank. But that is, and you see how there's like the ice wall here? And then over here, there's fire and ice, which is super funny. I heard this song that I liked a while ago. Well, it's a few months ago now. And it's called Ice and Fire. And I've just drawn a blank on who it's by. Oh. Let me see if I can see. Sorry. The driver is lost with my delivery. Like, what is the problem? I'm the only large building downtown. I have to go to work soon, they better show up. But anyway, let me tell you what this song's called. Ice and fire, right? Baby, you give me ice and fire. You give me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Where'd you go? Oh, right, I have to search for it, I suppose. King Canyon. That's who it's by. So, I'll tell you the last thing, and then I gotta go, because I gotta go get ready for work. Like, what is wrong with these people, man? Anyway, just let me tell you about this, because now I'm being distracted by something else. And this is important. Oh, here you are. So, I did not finish the Nos Confundan series yet. I read The Navigator Across the Ice Walls completely. I only read chapter 15 of this one and had a freak out. And I just recently bought his 2 new books. I was just checking it's the right one, because these ones are kind of similar. I like it, though. I really like it. The Lands of the Custodians, and this one, Hidden Lands. Right. Hidden Lands Beyond the Antarctica. And I was reading the first 6 pages, and I had a vision, and it was really strong, and it was of the end of the Celestine prophecy. Claudio in this one talks about how he sees and meets Helen, which I was like, wow. I didn't know if he was ever going to, because in the Navigator Across the Ice Walls, it's so vague, you know? But he does. And when I was reading this and I got to page 6 around the end, I saw the end of the Celestine prophecy, where people phase out of, and it's like these bright colors, and like they're like, wow. And then it says, what did it say? The guidance within guides us to a heaven that is already here. I forget what it was, but I wrote that down. I reviewed this book, and I wrote that down. I didn't read it yet, but I just wanted people to know how much it had an effect on my consciousness, and how I just, like, shot off, you know. I cannot explain how that, or why that happened that way, but it really did, and I saw the end, like I said, of the Celestine prophecy, where, you know, because he talks about how there's these colors. I should have just left it open, and I'll just read it to you. Everything became strange. The movements around me had become slower, and the colors looked more vivid, and I could even distinguish their thousands of shades perfectly. It almost looks like rainbow light, like when light goes through a prism so that you can see, like, the different colors, and it glows and glimmers like that, because those are the dimensional frequencies shifting. And, like, you know, you're coming from one space to another, or you're moving into another space of a higher frequency. So if you watch the movie Celestine Prophecy, there's a book on it, of course, but watching the movie's faster. I always recommend books. I mean, if you think that I don't recommend books first, of course I do. And there's the 10th Insight as well. I have that over there on my shelf. Never read it. I'll get to it. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I think that's it. It's 1:15 now. I really have to go and get ready for work so I can go back to work. But I really hope that this has been good enough. I hope you've enjoyed it. My apple's going brown. I'll probably try again, maybe some other time. I guess that's it. I think I just kind of cut it off really quick, but like thank you, because you know, I don't know. I don't know if there's an actual ice well. I've never seen it, but this is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. It really is. It's really, really good. All of his books are really good. Incredibly smart, man. It's impressive. There's like these pages in here. Is this one? It's got like 10,000. Look at them. All these codes. You gotta be smart as fuck for that. All these codes for places. It's amazing. Like, this is incredible creation, I'm telling you. And it really, it taught me so much. Opened my eyes and my perspective to so much, you know, it just helped me. God bless them. And then he even talks about himself in the end. And it reminded me of, like, exactly the process that happened to me, where I just kept going around and around and around and around and around. I'm like, man, I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. And I kept looking for it. Remember I said there's something missing and I felt there was something wrong? There was something wrong within me, sure. But there was something wrong and that I was missing on the outside as well. And I finally found it in that astral book there. The Naked Soul one. Oh my God, I gotta go. The Naked Soul one. If you really want to figure out what's going on, just try. You've got to try. Don't just take my word for it. Don't just sit here listening to me like, oh yeah, she's right, and then do nothing about it. Because this does not move you forward in soul school. You've got to focus on you, and that's what I'm doing. So I hope you're all well. I'm well. I will try to come back again. If I don't, know that I am living my life. I am well. And everything's going to be fine. Get yourself out of that mess. No killing. Let go. Don't hurt anybody. Let go. Don't be mad at anybody. Let it go. Because the only thing that it hurts is you. Oh, I got bangs, but they grew out a little bit. But I have bangs now. Yeah. Super cute. I just pinned them back a little bit. My hair is like curly and, which I love my curly hair, like when it gets curly, but it's just a little bit unmanageable. Oh my God. Alright, love you. I will try to talk to you all soon. I hope this has been helpful because I feel like I don't remember what all I just said. I hope it's been useful. I really do. Okay? So, mwah! Take care, okay? I'll see you soon. And if I don't worry about me. Alright? Worry about you. I'm praying for you. I hope this helps you. I hope that this helps your consciousness ascension. Even if you are descending, you can always turn it around, okay? Once you go down, you can always go back up, yeah? And I think you do have to go down to make it back up. And that's exactly what this is saying here. You see that? Then you go back up. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much for all your love and your support and your thoughts and your prayers and your well wishes. Because it really helped me. Take care.